amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We got three.
To throw again on second down. Wilson trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air, and right away he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Broncos take at their own 13-yard line.
Got 190, 180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Rivers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now Seth into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on second down. Wilson forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
14, 36 power.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. That's Samuel, caught left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, first down. They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24-25.
It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Look that, look that. 56, by 56. Spot that, spot that. Back, back, back.
Now Wilson, throwing again. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Come on. Shift, shift. Shift. Look left, look left.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 0, 0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Right 34.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get.
Whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And Denver getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jarrett Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Wait, 89.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels.
Oh, Barber loses it, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Keep it skinny. Go. Here we go. Hey, one set.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Fletcher Cox. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Sims.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Shoves him aside. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike, 53.
Rivers to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Hey, orbit.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And Ingram holds it in. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They go play action here on first down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal.
Load it.
53. Rip left.
Hey, ready. Wait, 89.
On fourth down, Rivers. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jason Witten. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the two-point conversion. To the air again here, Rivers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What? 215. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
6 man. Check curls.
Now Wilson on first down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
What? 590.
56.
Check.
56.
Good job right there.
Check 9. Slam.
Hold up.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, 0. Hold up for a second.
56.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And away they his offense has moved the ball. He hasn't been needed till here in the third. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, green 80. 12. Set, 180.
Big stop.
Hey.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch the eye.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Rivers.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jared Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Rivers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 0. Kill, turn up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Bronco defense comes up big. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Right there, 56. 56. You gonna get this, boy?
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
56. Mike's 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Barber on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. First down, they go with Barber again. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Go 14.
On first down, it's Brown, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Right there, 56. Bandit.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Left side here, caught by Clay. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
56, Mike 56.
Let's go. All the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Shit.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
One left. Hey, alert.
56, Mike 56. 56.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
34 to the right, 34 to the Watch it slip. 12. Watch it 12. Do it, set. Nice.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Travis Benjamin. Incomplete. It's now 4th and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
19.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.